Hi all, welcome to Salesforce Talks channel. In today's video, we are going to see about a special feature called meeting permission set. Okay, so first let's see what is permission set. So using the permission set, we can grant extra permissions to the users. Okay, so there is a question whether we can remove or revoke a permission using permission set. The answer is no, because using the permission set you can only grant extra permissions, but you will not be able to revoke any existing permissions. Okay, the Salesforce provided a new feature called muting permission set. So using the muting permission set, you can remove the permissions which are all granted using permission set group, not in the profile. So if you are granting any permissions to the user using permission set group concept, then you can use this muting permission set to remove any one of the permissions granted in the permission set group. Okay, so let's see. I will show you a demo. So here, this is my system admin user. So I have created a custom application called employee admin. So here I have two objects, employees and projects. So here I have logged in as my secondary user. So this is one user called HR user. So for this user, I have created a profile called employee admin. So this is a simple profile. So in this profile, I have provided only uh, read permission for employees and project object. So if you go to the object settings, so here you can see for employees and project, I have provided only read access. Okay, here I will show you. So if you go here, you can see there is no edit or delete buttons are available now. So here also you can see the create button is not available. Here also you can see there is no new button and there is no edit and delete button. Okay, so this is what we provided in the profile, but I'm going to grant the edit and delete create permissions using the permission set. So for that I have created two different permission set. So here you can see this is employee object permissions. So here you can see in the object permission I have enabled read, create, edit and delete permissions. Okay, and also here in the employee object I have removed the author field. So there will be one field called author field. So I have removed that permission in the profile as well. So I have granted that permission using this permission set, read access and edit access. Okay, and there is one more permission set I created for project object. Here also I provided read, create, edit, delete permissions. Okay, so how we are going to assign this permission set? I'm going to create a permission set group. So here, so if you want to assign a multiple permission sets, you can use the permission set group. Okay, so here this is one of the permission set I created called object permissions. So in this permission set group, I have added these two permission set. So if you go inside, you can see employee object permission, project object permissions. Both the permissions are add into the group. Okay, now first we will assign this permission set group to the user. Go to the manage assignments and assignment. So here I'm assigning to my secondary user, HR user, no expiry date, click assign. So this is how you can assign multiple permission set using the permission set group. Okay, so if you go to this HR user, you can see in the permission set group, we have assigned this permission set group. Okay, so if I go to this user and if I refresh, this user will be having the create, edit, delete permission for the employee object. So here we can see the new and import buttons are available because he got the create permission. So here you can see edit button is available, delete button is also available. So if you go to any of the Indian employees, here the other field will be displayed, but you need to log out or log in. So if you go to the project object also, here you can see edit delete button is available. Okay, let me log out on login to show you the other field. Yeah, here you can see this is the other field. Okay, so this for this field also we provided the permission using the permission set using the permission set group. Okay, now what I'm going to do, so all this edit delete permissions are granted using the permission set group, right? So we are going to remove these permissions using the muting permission set. Okay, so you cannot remove the permissions which are all granted in the profile level. I mean, we granted the read permission for the employee and project object in the profile, right? So that one you will not be able to remove it. But what are the permissions you granted in the permission set, like this edit, delete, create, all those permissions we granted using the permission set, right? So those permissions you will be able to remove it using the permission muting permission set. Okay, so let me go to the permission set group. If you go to the permission set group, so there is a option called the muting permission set. Okay, so you need to go here. So click new, muted, click save, and then open this muting permission set. Here you need to go to the object. So go to employee object. Okay, so here there is a separate section called the muted. So what are the permissions you want to mute, I mean remove, you need to enable it here. So for example, for employee object, I want to remove edit and delete. Okay, edit and delete. And if you want to remove the field permission also, you can remove it using the muting permission set. So I want to remove this read and edit access for the other field. Okay, so I'm clicking save. Okay, so for employee object, we removed edit, delete permission and other field access. Okay, and let me go to project object. Yeah, in the project object, I'm going to remove only edit and delete permission. So here we already provided create edit, right? So I'm going to remove only delete permission. Click save. Okay, so these permissions are already muted now. And if you go to the permission set group, here the muting permission set is created, right? So here you have added multiple permission set and you have removed few permissions here using the muting permission set. So if you want to view what are the actual permissions you have granted using this permission set after the removal, I mean in a combined view, you can view here the combined permissions, you can view here. For example, if you go to the object settings and if you go to the employee object, you can see the combined view. So here you can see read, this one is granted from the profile, create, this one granted from the profile, and edit and delete also we granted using the permission set, and then we removed, right, using the muting permission set. So these are all not visible here. Okay, so you can see a combined view in this permission set group overview. Okay, so let me go to this user and show you the demo. So let me log out and log in again. So if you go here we removed edit and delete. So you can see there is no edit button. The delete button is also available because we removed them using the muting permission set. Here also you can see this is the Indian employee, but here the other field is not visible because that field also we removed, right, in the muting permission set. So it is not visible. So if you go to the project also, here you can see the edit button is visible, but we removed the delete permission alone in the muting permission set. So the delete permission is not available. Okay, so this is how you can use the meeting permission set to remove any permissions like object, field, tab, or system admin permissions from the users. Okay, so the Salesforce is going to remove the profile based permissions in soon, in coming years, and we are going to use only permission set groups and meeting permission set in going forward. So this will be very useful for you guys. Thank you.